Good day everyone. This video we're going to have a look at the Traxxas charger and battery and some things I've noticed with them. So when I decided to get into Traxxas again, I got the Slash. I decided I want to do everything Traxxas this time. I've got a proper racing charger that I use at the track, but I just decided what the heck. Let's get the charger, let's get the proper battery, let's leave even the standard connectors because it's nice and easy with their charger having no wires and that. I really like that. So there's a couple of things that I've worked out, and that's the reason why I wanted to get the live version is to have this control. Because with the standard ID charger, you got no real way of seeing what it's charging at. You just got to trust that it's doing the right thing. And I've seen plenty of videos now of looking at other people's charging setups of these things, and noticed a bunch of them had really puffy batteries after a very short time. And there's only a few things that cause that. So I have a feeling that even though there's a pretty good charger, if you don't have the live one and adjust it correctly with the app, you could be doing damage to your batteries. And I don't know if Traxxas really realizes that people will notice this, or if they just want to make it so that these batteries charge as fast as possible. People go, yeah, my battery charged in 20 minutes and yours took 45, 50 minutes. Mine's so much faster. Yeah, that's never good for these. So anyway, I'll get the battery plugged in and I'll start this and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I got the battery plugged in. I haven't adjusted anything. You can see here, hopefully, come on, thank you. You can see here that it's got, what am I saying, charge current 11.6. So this is what I mean, like, that's way too high. So if I don't adjust this, and I've got it on balance, LiPo, that's all, we're not doing fast or that. And let's have a look at what it's going to go to. So this battery's been on storage charge for the last week or two. I want to take it out and give it a run. It's doing its thing, sorting out where it's up to. Alright, so now you can see the charge current. Now this is a 5800 battery. So the most I would charge this at is 5.8 amps. Because 1C is the general rule for LiPos, if you want them to last. And what can you see there? Well, it goes on focus. Whoa, geez. 10, now we're up to 11.6. I think it goes to 11.8, it said. So it's basically charging at 2C, at double the charging rate. And that's not what I like to do. So I'm stopping that because I won't charge my racing batteries at that higher rate at voltage. That's way too high. So thankfully, you go down here to use, see it goes up to 20 amps. That's great if you've got a really big battery and you need that sort of charging. So it's really hard to try and do between the camera and that. 5.8. So you basically take the zeros off the pack. It says 5800. So 5.8 would be the maximum charge rate I would charge these batteries at. My other battery that's a Traxxas is a 5000, so that one will be 5.0 amps. And next, it's doing the balance. And now I can restart that. So now let's have a look at the charging current. Now that I've adjusted it, it should only go to 5.8, and I've done this a few times, so. And that's where it'll stop. Now, yes, this will now take longer. They said this has been at storage charge, so it's half full roughly. So yeah, it will take about half an hour, because normally most lipos, if you charge them at 1C, it'll take about an hour. I think it might be a bit longer for 3-cell. I'm not sure. I've still only charged the 3-cell a couple of times and haven't really got into times or that. But I'm used to 2-cell because, you know, I've raced for many years and I've used lipo for a long time. And when you've got a lipo that's pretty much down to nothing, roughly an hour is your safe charging time. Because, as I said, it'll divide by how big the battery capacity is, the 5.8. So it doesn't matter if it's a 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. It'll adjust on this, and that'll work out right. It'll come out about the same charge time. But yes, it will take longer. Whereas I've seen a video on YouTube on here of someone charging theirs, and they were saying, oh, how great it is. It only takes 30 minutes to fully charge their lipo from dead flat. But all their lipo packs were like pillows. They were all puffed out and that. So I just wanted to give that bit of a heads up, especially for newer people in the hobby. You have to get the live charger to be able to have the app to have this control. If you don't have the money for that, I would seriously recommend just get a normal charger. And if you want to stick to the Traxxas connectors, you can get adapters that then let you plug into a normal charger with the balance port and all that sort of stuff, and it'll do the same thing. So it's just a heads up for people out there. If you're not sure, if you're getting puffy batteries and you're wondering what the heck's going on, I'm using Traxxas stuff and it's my batteries are puffing up. Yeah, it could be this. And if you don't have the live charger, if you've just got the ID one that doesn't give you any adjustment, you're pretty much stuck. I don't think you can adjust it. It's just going to do this all the time. So if you can't afford the live version, I would seriously say just get there's plenty of other brands. I've seen them online and that. Here in Australia, about $50. I think overseas they're only about 20 to 30 roughly dollars, like American dollars or pounds or whatever. And you actually there's a control board on top where you'll put how many amps, how many cells, and put all that stuff in yourself, and then it will charge at that rate. Whereas this one, if you just let it go, yeah, it'll charge really fast, but your batteries will only last a short amount of time, a lot less than what they should. Although one other thing I did have a look this morning, I don't know where it came up from, I think it was on Facebook, was that someone was saying that if you've got a pack that is slightly puffy, apparently if you put it in the fridge, I'm not sure how long, I'd say probably overnight, apparently it makes them go down and takes the puffiness out. So that could be one option. Generally for myself, when I notice a pack's getting puffy, and these are the only soft packs I've ever had, these Traxxas, I've always had hard case. So you know when with hard case you can see it starting to bulge out the top and bottom. And it's normally not till about 2 years that I get that, because I charge it 1C and don't overcharge and don't over discharge and that. So I generally get about 2 years out of a battery before it starts to go puffy. And if I've got 2 years of running a battery, I'm more than happy to fully discharge it and chuck it out, because geez, back in the day we were paying more than what this costs for one racing pack, and you couldn't just use the same pack over and over all day. You had to have, if you wanted to compete, you had to have a pack for each race. So it was like $1,000, $1,200 of battery packs just to race a race meeting. Now I can take a battery like this and just charge it all day long and not worry about it. So one, you know, it was about $120, $115 pack, compared to $1,000 worth of batteries. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, and you know, I'd only get about 2 years out of the old nickel metals and NIMH. You'd only get about 2 years, and you'd notice that they weren't charging and performing as well. So anyway, I'm dribbling on now about other things and past and that, but just wanted to give a heads up, because I did notice when I was watching this thing charge that if I didn't adjust it, it was going to some silly number, and I don't charge at that sort of rate because I want my stuff to last more than 6 months. So I hope you found this video informative. If you know someone that is doing Traxxas stuff and they're having problems like this, maybe forward this on to them and share it with them so that they can maybe get a heads up as to what's happening. And seriously, I'm amazed that Traxxas hasn't had some other sort of lawsuit for it destroying battery packs with just the normal ID charger, not this live one that you can adjust. So, hope you got something out of this video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.